Okay, so imagine this. You literally close your eyes in one country and wake up in a completely different one. Like, how insane is that? The ship is gently rocking, you pull back that curtain, and bam! There is an absolutely jaw-dropping destination staring right back at you like something out of a movie. We are talking ancient Mediterranean ruins glowing in the sunrise, massive misty fjords shooting straight up out of glassy water, or a crazy, colorful harbor town slowly appearing on the horizon. That is the ridiculous magic of a European cruise, guys. The ocean is basically your personal highway, and an entire continent packed with history, culture, and unbelievable scenery is just sitting there waiting for you on the other side of that dock. And here is the best part. Zero airport chaos. Zero repacking your suitcase every single night. Nothing. Just you, the ocean breeze, and this absolutely massive floating world of comfort shuttling you from one insane adventure to the next. Honestly, it does not get better than this. So buckle up, because today we are diving into absolutely everything a European cruise has to offer, and trust me, you do not want to miss a single second of this. Europe stands in a league of its own when it comes to cruise destinations, and the reasons are beautifully simple. Nowhere else on Earth can you sail between ancient civilizations, snow-capped mountains, sun-drenched coastlines, and medieval city centers all within a single voyage. In just one trip, you might savor fresh pasta in Italy, sip wine along the French Riviera, and marvel at Greek temples thousands of years old. The continent's coastlines are remarkably accessible by sea, meaning cruise ships can dock directly at the heart of some of the world's most celebrated cities. Europe also offers an extraordinary density of culture and history. Dozens of languages, cuisines, architectural styles, and traditions exist within surprisingly short sailing distances of one another. Whether you are drawn to art, food, architecture, or pure natural beauty, Europe delivers it all in abundance. That incredible variety is precisely what makes European cruising so irresistibly compelling for travelers worldwide. Now that you understand why Europe is such a remarkable destination, let us map out the major sailing zones that cruises typically cover across this magnificent continent. Think of Europe as divided into 5 primary cruise regions, each offering its own distinct personality and charm. First, there is the Mediterranean, split into western and eastern sections, stretching from Spain and France down through Italy and across to Greece and Turkey. Moving northward, the Baltic Sea connects Scandinavia, Russia, and the Baltic states in a fascinating cultural loop. Then there are the legendary Norwegian Fjords, carving dramatic pathways along the western coast of Norway. The British Isles form their own dedicated route, circling England, Scotland, and Ireland with rugged coastal beauty. Finally, the Atlantic coast traces the Iberian Peninsula through Portugal and southern Spain. Each of these regions promises entirely different landscapes, histories, and experiences, giving you endless options to tailor your perfect European voyage. Now let's dive into the Western Mediterranean, and there is truly no better place to begin than Barcelona, Spain. This magnificent city is one of Europe's most beloved cruise embarkation ports, and once you arrive, you will immediately understand why. Barcelona is an architectural wonderland. The Sagrada Familia, Antoni Gaudi's breathtaking basilica, has been under construction for over 140 years and remains one of the most extraordinary buildings on Earth. Its towering spires and intricate facades will leave you completely speechless. Strolling down Las Ramblas, Barcelona's famous tree-lined boulevard, you will encounter street performers, flower stalls, and incredible energy at every turn. But Barcelona truly comes alive after dark. The food scene here is legendary, from fresh seafood tapas to world-class restaurants. The nightlife pulses until sunrise, making Barcelona not just a starting point for your cruise, but an unforgettable destination entirely on its own. Sailing eastward from Barcelona, your cruise glides into the south of France, where elegance meets the sparkling Mediterranean. Marseille, France's oldest city, welcomes you with its vibrant old port, fragrant bouillabaisse simmering in harborside restaurants, and the stunning Notre Dame de la Garde Basilica watching over the city from above. Continuing along the coastline, Nice enchants visitors with its sweeping Promenade des Anglais, colorful flower markets, and the perfect blend of French and Italian influences in its cuisine and architecture. The old town's narrow streets hide incredible local restaurants serving soca and fresh seafood. Then there is Cannes, synonymous with glamour and sophistication. Famous for its international film festival, this jewel of the French Riviera dazzles with designer boutiques lining La Croisette Boulevard, super yachts anchored in the harbor, and pristine beaches stretching along one of Europe's most coveted coastlines. Continuing our Western Mediterranean journey, Italy stands as one of the most anticipated stops on any cruise itinerary. The primary gateway to Rome is the port of Civitavecchia, located approximately 1 hour from the Eternal City itself. From here, travelers can immerse themselves in thousands of years of history within a single day. Rome delivers experiences that simply cannot be replicated anywhere else on Earth. Standing inside the Colosseum, you feel the weight of ancient civilization pressing down around you. The Vatican City, home to St. Peter's Basilica and the breathtaking Sistine Chapel, leaves visitors genuinely speechless. Beyond the monuments, Italy captivates through its extraordinary culinary traditions. Authentic Roman pasta dishes like cacio e pepe and carbonara, freshly baked pizza, and world-renowned gelato transform every meal into a celebration. Italy does not merely offer sightseeing, it offers a complete sensory experience that makes it absolutely unmissable on any European cruise adventure. Staying in Italy, Naples stands as one of the most compelling port cities in the entire Mediterranean. From here, you can journey to Pompeii, the ancient Roman city frozen in time by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius nearly 2,000 years ago. Walking through its remarkably preserved streets feels genuinely surreal. Naples also serves as your gateway to the breathtaking Amalfi Coast, where dramatic cliffs tumble into impossibly blue waters and colorful villages cling to steep hillsides like something from a painting. Then there is Venice, unlike anywhere else on Earth. This extraordinary floating city sits across 118 small islands connected by elegant bridges and winding canals. Gliding through those waterways on a traditional gondola, passing centuries-old palaces and Byzantine churches, is pure romance. The magnificent St. Mark's Basilica, with its golden mosaics and ornate domes, leaves every visitor completely speechless. Island hopping through the Greek islands feels less like tourism and more like genuine discovery, each island revealing its own beautiful secrets. Few destinations capture the imagination quite like this ancient land, making it an absolute crown jewel of European cruising. Santorini greets you like a postcard come to life. Those iconic whitewashed buildings cascading down volcanic cliffs, crowned with brilliant blue domes against an impossibly blue sky, create views that genuinely take your breath away. Every corner is a photograph waiting to happen. From Santorini, many itineraries bring you to Athens, where the magnificent Acropolis stands proudly above the modern city, a timeless monument to human civilization stretching back over 2,500 years. But Greece's true magic lies in its archipelago. Mykonos, Rhodes, Corfu, and Crete each offer distinct personalities, flavors, and stories. Continuing through the eastern Mediterranean, Turkey offers some of the most extraordinary cruise destinations imaginable. Istanbul, straddling 2 continents, is an absolute marvel where Europe meets Asia in spectacular fashion. The Hagia Sophia stands as a breathtaking testament to centuries of history, having served as a cathedral, mosque, and museum across its remarkable lifetime. Nearby, the Grand Bazaar invites you into a labyrinth of over 4,000 shops, overflowing with spices, textiles, and handcrafted treasures. The city's skyline, punctuated by magnificent minarets, creates an unforgettable silhouette against the Bosphorus Strait. Further south, Ephesus delivers an entirely different wonder. This remarkably preserved ancient Roman city features the legendary Library of Celsus, grand marble streets, and amphitheaters that once held thousands of spectators. Walking through Ephesus feels genuinely like stepping back 2,000 years in time. Turkey's unique cultural fusion makes it an absolutely unmissable chapter in any Eastern Mediterranean cruise itinerary. Now let's sail north and explore a completely different but equally spectacular world. The Baltic Sea. If the Mediterranean dazzles with sunshine and ancient ruins, the Baltic captivates with cool elegance, Viking heritage, and remarkably preserved medieval cities. Stockholm, Sweden's stunning capital, greets you with colorful waterfront buildings, world-class museums, and an archipelago of 14,000 islands surrounding the city. It's effortlessly beautiful in every direction. Sailing to Copenhagen, Denmark, you'll discover charming Nihon Harbor, its iconic colorful townhouses reflecting perfectly in the water, alongside the legendary Little Mermaid statue and incredible Danish cuisine. Helsinki, Finland offers striking neoclassical architecture and a fascinating blend of Scandinavian and Russian influences, while Tallinn, Estonia transports you centuries back in time through its extraordinarily well-preserved medieval old town, a genuine UNESCO World Heritage treasure. The Baltic route delivers cultural richness unlike anywhere else on Earth. No Baltic cruise reaches its full potential without St. Petersburg, Russia, a city so extraordinary it feels almost unreal. Often considered the crown jewel of the entire Baltic itinerary, St. Petersburg rewards visitors with an overwhelming abundance of cultural and architectural magnificence. The Hermitage Museum, one of the largest art collections on Earth, houses over 3 million works spanning centuries of human creativity. Catherine's Palace stuns visitors with its legendary amber room and breathtaking golden facades stretching across manicured Baroque gardens. The city's elegant canals have earned St. Petersburg the nickname Venice of the North, offering romantic waterway views around every corner. But perhaps the most magical experience happens during summer, when the famous White Nights phenomenon occurs. Due to the city's northern latitude, the sun barely sets between June and July, bathing St. Petersburg in an ethereal golden twilight that lasts nearly all night long, creating an atmosphere unlike anywhere else on Earth. Leaving the Baltic behind, we now journey to one of the most breathtakingly scenic cruise experiences on the entire planet, the Norwegian Fjords. If there is a place on Earth where nature feels truly untamed and overwhelmingly magnificent, this is it. Imagine standing on your ship's deck as dramatic cliffs, some rising thousands of feet, plunge directly into crystal-clear, impossibly blue-green waters below. The silence is broken only by the thunderous roar of cascading waterfalls tumbling down ancient rock faces, feeding the serene fjord waters beneath. Along the shoreline, charming Nordic villages appear like something from a storybook, their colorful wooden houses nestled between towering mountains and glassy water. The air is crisp and clean, carrying the scent of pine forests and fresh mountain streams. Norwegian fjord cruises offer an experience that feels genuinely otherworldly, a profound reminder of nature's extraordinary power and beauty that no photograph can ever fully capture. Those breathtaking ribbons of green, purple, and pink dancing across the Arctic sky, creating memories that last an entire lifetime. Welcoming cruise passengers with its colorful wooden houses lining the historic Briggen Wharf, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in itself. From here, ships venture deeper into some of nature's most extraordinary masterpieces. Geiranger Fjord stuns visitors with its towering walls rising over 1,000 meters, adorned with legendary waterfalls like the Seven Sisters, cascading dramatically into the glassy water below. Narøy Fjord, the narrowest fjord in Europe and also UNESCO listed, creates an almost surreal sense of being enclosed within ancient stone walls carved by glaciers over thousands of years. But the Norwegian fjords offer more than summer splendor. Winter cruises through this region present a rare and magical opportunity to witness the northern lights. Sailing the British Isles offers a completely different flavor from Mediterranean warmth, replacing sun-drenched coastlines with dramatic, moody landscapes steeped in centuries of history. Southampton serves as a primary embarkation point, giving cruisers easy access to London's world-famous landmarks just an hour away. Dover welcomes visitors with its iconic white cliffs, standing as one of England's most recognizable natural wonders. Heading further north, Invergordon acts as the gateway to Edinburgh and the rugged Scottish Highlands, where ancient castles, misty glens, and whiskey distilleries create an unforgettable atmosphere. Loch Ness and the breathtaking Highland scenery feel like stepping into another world entirely. Crossing to Ireland, Dublin enchants with its literary heritage, lively pubs, and Georgian architecture. Cove, pronounced Cove, offers a deeply moving experience as the final port of call for the Titanic and a major departure point for Irish emigrants throughout history. The British Isles truly reward curious travelers, tell stories of civilizations that shaped this remarkable corner of the world. And the Iberian Peninsula sits at the heart of this magnificent route. First up is Lisbon, Portugal, one of Europe's most captivating capital cities. Built across 7 hills overlooking the Tagus River, Lisbon enchants visitors with its historic neighborhoods like Alfama, where ancient Moorish streets wind past colorful tiled buildings. The city's iconic yellow trams rattling through narrow cobblestone lanes have become symbols of Lisbon's timeless charm. From Lisbon, many Atlantic coast itineraries continue south to Cadiz. Timing your European cruise correctly can make an enormous difference in your overall experience. The Mediterranean shines brightest during spring, from April through June, and fall, from September through October, when temperatures are pleasantly warm, skies are clear, and popular destinations like Rome, Santorini, and Barcelona feel genuinely enjoyable rather than overwhelmingly crowded. For Baltic Sea cruises and Norwegian Fjord adventures, summer is absolutely your best window, running from June through August. During these months, daylight stretches incredibly long, fjord landscapes are lush and vibrant, and St. Petersburg's famous white nights create an almost magical atmosphere. Here's a valuable insider tip worth remembering. Shoulder seasons, those transitional periods just before and after peak travel months, consistently offer significantly fewer crowds at major attractions alongside noticeably better pricing on both cruise fares and shore excursions. Traveling in May or September rather than July can genuinely transform your entire European cruise experience from stressful to absolutely spectacular. Now that you know when to sail, let's talk about how to sail, because not all cruise experiences are created equal. European waters attract an incredible variety of ships and cruise lines, each offering something distinctly different. Large resort-style ships from lines like Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and MSC carry thousands of passengers and pack on-board entertainment ranging from Broadway shows and water parks to dozens of dining options. These floating cities are destinations in themselves. On the other end of the spectrum, luxury lines like Seabourn, Silversea, and Regent Seven Seas offer intimate, all-inclusive experiences aboard smaller vessels with exceptional service and more exclusive port access. Then there are river cruise lines like Viking and Avalon Waterways, sailing Europe's magnificent inland waterways including the Rhine, Danube, and Seine rivers, docking right in the heart of historic city centers that ocean ships simply cannot reach. Choosing the right ship truly shapes your entire European adventure. That bowl of fresh pasta in Naples or grilled octopus in Santorini will become your most treasured memory. First, decide early whether to book shore excursions through your cruise line or explore independently. Ship excursions offer convenience and guaranteed return times, while going solo often saves money and gives you more freedom. Research local transportation before arriving. Metro systems, trams, and buses in cities like Rome, Barcelona, and Athens are affordable and surprisingly easy to navigate. Grab a day pass and move around like a local. Prioritize your must-see attractions ahead of time. With limited hours ashore, you cannot do everything, so choose 2 or 3 highlights and commit to them fully, rather than rushing through 10 sites half-heartedly. And please step away from the tourist traps near the port. Before setting sail, understanding a few practical essentials will make your European cruise truly seamless. Most travelers from outside Europe will need to check Schengen visa requirements, as many Mediterranean and Baltic ports fall within this zone, allowing movement across multiple countries with a single visa. Currency is another consideration. While many European nations use the euro, countries like Norway, Denmark, Sweden, and the United Kingdom maintain their own currencies, so carrying small amounts of local cash for each port is wise. Packing smartly means layering, since Mediterranean summers are warm, while Norwegian fjords and Baltic destinations can be surprisingly cool even in summer months. For budgeting, factor in your cruise fare, shore excursions, onboard dining upgrades, specialty drinks packages, gratuities, and shopping. Shore activities alone can range from $20 to several $100s per person, depending on the experience. Planning ahead prevents financial surprises and maximizes every incredible moment. And there you have it. Everything you need to know to start planning the European cruise adventure of a lifetime. From the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean to the dramatic fjords of Norway, from the imperial grandeur of St. Petersburg to the ancient wonders of Athens and Ephesus, Europe offers a breathtaking tapestry of experiences unlike anywhere else on Earth. A cruise lets you wake up each morning somewhere entirely new, trading cobblestone streets for open water, and then stepping ashore into another chapter of human history. Whether you are drawn to ancient ruins, vibrant modern cities, stunning natural landscapes, or extraordinary cuisine, Europe delivers it all. No other form of travel packs this much variety, this much beauty, and this much wonder into a single journey. So start researching, start dreaming, and most importantly, start booking. Your greatest adventure is waiting just beyond the horizon.